Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of the interview method in psychology. Interviews are a cornerstone of qualitative research, allowing researchers to explore rich, nuanced insights into human behavior, experiences, and perceptions. In this lecture, we'll explore what interviews are, their types, techniques for conducting them effectively, advantages, limitations, and provide examples of their application in psychological research. Definition and types of interviews. An interview in psychology is a structured or semi structured conversation between a researcher, interviewer, and a participant, interviewee, aimed at gathering in depth information on a specific topic or phenomenon. Interviews can be categorized into several types. 1. Structured interviews. Follow a predetermined set of questions asked in a fixed order. Aim for standardization and comparability across participants. Example, asking all participants the same questions about their childhood experiences. 2. Semi-structured interviews. Combine a set of predetermined questions with the flexibility to explore new topics or follow up on responses. Allow for deeper exploration of participant responses. Example, asking about career aspirations and then probing further based on the participants' answers. 3. Unstructured interviews. Open-ended and flexible, with no predetermined set of questions. Encourage participants to discuss topics in their own words. Example, allowing a participant to freely discuss their experiences with anxiety without specific prompts. Techniques for conducting effective interviews. 1. Establishing rapport. Build trust and rapport with the participant to encourage openness and honesty. Example, using active listening and showing empathy. 2. Active listening. Paying full attention to the participants' responses and showing interest. Example, nodding and using verbal cues like I see or please continue to encourage elaboration. 3. Probing and clarification. Asking follow-up questions to explore deeper or clarify ambiguous responses. Example, asking, can you tell me more about that? Or, what do you mean by difficult situation? 4. Avoiding bias. Being aware of personal biases and ensuring questions are neutral. Example, avoiding leading questions that suggest a desired answer. 5. Recording responses. Taking notes or recording interviews to accurately capture participant responses. Example, using a voice recorder or note-taking during the interview. Advantages of interviews. 1. Depth of information. Allows for in-depth exploration of thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Example, understanding the complex factors influencing career choices. 2. Flexibility. Can adapt questions based on participant responses, allowing for nuanced exploration. Example, adjusting questions to delve deeper into unexpected insights. 3. Contextual understanding. Provides context to responses, capturing nonverbal cues and emotions. Example, noticing facial expressions or tone of voice indicating emotional distress. 4. Personalization. Tailors questions to each participant's unique experiences, enhancing relevance. Example, asking specific follow-up questions based on the participant's earlier responses. Limitations of interviews. 1. Time-consuming. Conducting and transcribing interviews can be time-intensive. Example, spending hours conducting interviews for a qualitative study. 2. Subjectivity. Interviewers' bias and interpretations may influence the data collected. Example, interpreting a participant's response based on personal beliefs. 3. Limited generalizability. Findings may be specific to the sample interviewed and may not generalize to the broader population. Example, Drawing conclusions about anxiety based on interviews with a small group of students. 4. Interviewee comfort. Participants may feel uncomfortable discussing sensitive topics or with a stranger. Example: reluctance to discuss experiences with trauma or abuse. Examples of interview method in psychology. 1. Qualitative research. Conducting semi-structured interviews to explore the experiences of individuals living with chronic pain. 2. Clinical psychology. Using structured interviews to assess symptoms of depression and anxiety in patients. 3. Educational psychology. Interviewing teachers to understand their perspectives on inclusive education practices. In conclusion, the interview method in psychology is a powerful tool for gathering rich, qualitative data about human experiences, thoughts, and behaviors. While it offers depth and flexibility, it also requires careful planning to mitigate biases and ensure reliability. Understanding its strengths and limitations is crucial for researchers aiming to use interviews effectively in psychological research. Thank you for your attention. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/iscompanion.